how to do. It just looks a little different. Not looks a little different. You just have to apply the skills that you have. So we're going to do a trinomial, 2n minus n to the fourth plus 2. And I apologize in advance. You got to kind of squeeze it together. Plus another trinomial, n squared minus 4n to the fourth plus 7. So if I was going to talk about labels again, we talked trinomials. They're 3 terms. Largest exponent is a 4, so this is quartic. This one also, largest exponent is a 4. It's also quartic. And since this is addition, those parentheses don't really need to be there, right? Nothing's happening. It's just adding them together. Those parentheses are just showing us that that first group is a trinomial. Like maybe it represents the height of a ball when you've thrown it with this much force. I don't know, right? It just represents something. It belongs together. But since it's adding, there's nothing special about it. We just have the problem 2n minus 4, or n to the fourth plus 2 plus n squared minus 4n to the fourth plus 7. It's just one big problem. Those parentheses, again, just show us it's a trinomial plus a trinomial. But I can just write it all out because it's addition. And then I start combining, collecting, organizing it by like terms. Start with my largest exponent, negative 1n to the fourth minus 4n to the fourth is negative 5n to the fourth. Boom. And then what comes next? N squared? Just plus n squared. There's nothing to combine with it. It just stays the same. Could you put a 1 coefficient? Sure. Next comes 2n. And there's nothing that goes with it, so I just put plus, because it's positive, 2n. And then last but not least, I do have some like terms that are constants. 2 plus 7 is positive 9. And I'm done. Taking that trinomial plus another trinomial resulted in a polynomial. Right? I ended up with 4 terms because there were unlike terms that didn't have a partner to get matched up with. But I'm done. Easy enough? Confident that we do know this skill without it being anything brand new. We're just using skills we already had. Let's try one more with addition. X squared minus x minus 8x to the fourth. Now you may see, I'm going to rewrite this in a different way, but you may see it look like this. Plus x to the fourth minus 8x squared minus x. Maybe it's like written like, old school elementary school where you had them stacked on top of each other. That's fine. It's not going to change anything. It's still an addition. It's a trinomial plus a trinomial. Nothing special happens. Now, I will say my obsessive compulsiveness, your obsessive compulsiveness, being a math person, I would want to take this and rewrite it. I'd want to put it in standard form, negative 8x to the fourth plus x squared minus x. And then this one, negative 8, plus x to the fourth minus 8x squared minus x. I'd want to line vertically my like terms. Or you can string it all out. X squared minus x minus 8x to the fourth plus x to the fourth minus 8x squared minus x. Nothing changed. It's addition. I'm just taking one trinomial and adding another trinomial. Nothing happened. And then I go through and combine like terms. Negative 8x to the fourth plus 1x to the fourth is negative 7x to the fourth. 1x squared minus 8x squared is negative 7x squared. And negative 1x minus 1x is negative 2x. It's just combining like terms. Nothing crazy. I'm going to skip this one and go to the next one. All right, so let's go to 3. Let's try subtraction. Subtraction is a little bit different. There's a twist. I have 2r plus 5 plus r squared. Trinomial. Minus another trinomial. Now, I want to tell you this also. It could be a trinomial minus a binomial. It could be a trinomial plus a polynomial. They don't have to both be trinomials. We just happen to have a lot of trinomials in these problems. Minus 6 plus 4r minus 8r squared. I made it. There's a twist. It's not just straight up rewrite it in a long chain. The twist is that's a negative 1 in front. So I have to take that negative 1 and boop, 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 distribute it. And we've talked about this previously in other units. If I'm distributing a negative 1, like, yeah, I can go through and say negative 1 times 6, negative 1 times positive 4r, negative 1 times negative 8r squared. I can go through and say that to myself. Or, what's the fast trick? Do you remember? Bryson, you remember?
I was just saying you could add a negative sign.
Yeah, all of the terms just change. Whatever you're distributing it to, when you multiply by a negative 1, it just changes. If it's negative, it becomes a positive. If it's positive, it changes to a negative. So let's rewrite it. 2r plus 5 plus r squared. And then I distribute that negative 1, it turns into minus 6, or negative 6, minus 4r plus 8r squared. I'm not multiplying by a value that increases the coefficient. I'm just multiplying by that negative. I'm changing the coefficient's value to positive to negative. And then I go through and combine my like terms. 1r squared plus 8r is 9r squared. 2r minus 4r is negative 2r. And 5 minus 6 is negative 1. Boom. Nailed it. Did it. I just subtracted that first trinomial minus the second trinomial. Let's try another one, and then I'll give you some to kind of work through independently. 4x minus 3x to the fourth plus 8 minus 3x to the fourth minus 6x minus 3. So again, since it's a subtraction, I have that negative 1 because everything is getting subtracted, right? We did this in systems. When we were like, oh man, if I just made that negative, it would work, right? Everything changes and it's the same type of problem. So I have 4x minus 3x to the fourth plus 8 minus 3x to the fourth plus 6x plus 3. And then I can combine negative 3x to the fourth minus 3x to the fourth is negative 6x to the fourth. 4x plus 10x, nope, 4x plus 6x is 10x. And 8 plus 3 is positive 11. Okay, I'm going to give you 4, and you're going to work through them, and then we'll have the answers up. We'll share them out. Let's do 2 at a time. Make life a little bit easier. Okay, these are b's. In number 5, the variable is b. Don't think that it's a 6. Put a little flag on it. Do something to make sure that your brain knows that's a b. I'm going to put minus 7b plus 8b to the fourth plus 8b squared. So this is a subtraction problem. So make sure you use the subtraction rule. Number 6 is also a subtraction problem, just because, that's the one that we struggle the most with. Try them out. We'll share in a moment. All right, anybody out there want to talk me through number 5? Go for it, Aiden.
First you have to distribute the -1 to the lower.
Fantastic. So take that -1, and you're giving it to all of those terms. Okay, keep going.
Then it leaves you with the original one minus 7b minus 8b to the fourth minus 8b to the second.
Okay, so minus 7b minus 8b to the fourth minus 8b to the second. Keep going.
And then you combine the minus 8b to the fourth and the 2b to the fourth.
Perfect. And get negative 6b to the fourth.
Yep.
Okay,
And then you combine the negative 8b to the second with the negative 5b to the second.
you got it to get negative 13b to the second.
And then you combine negative 7b and 6b.
And get negative b. I could put a coefficient of 1. Don't need it. Fantastic. Anybody want to try number 6? Bryson, go for it.
So first, we multiply the bottom row by -1.
Fantastic.
So it's 7 plus 7k squared plus 7k to the cube
Yep,
minus 3 plus k to the third minus 5k to the second.
you got it. All right. Now what?
Combine 7k to the third and k to the third to get 8k to the third.
Perfect.
And then 7k to the second and minus 5k to the second, so 2k to the second.
Plus 2k to the second. Okay.
Then combine 7 and 3 and 3, so 4.
Positive 4. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. All right, last 2. There were, I skipped 2. I got rid of 2. We're only doing 8. Plus x plus 7 minus 7x to the third. Man, I liked 7s when I was making this problem. Plus 7x to the third plus 1 minus 7x. Ooh, we love addition problems. Nothing special to see here. Seven is addition. 8 is one more subtraction problem. Let me go in and edit this assignment. All right, anybody want to talk me through number 7? Go for it, Kempis.
I combined 7x to the third with negative 7x to the third with 7x to the third, and that cancels out, so it's just 0.
Yep.
And then negative 7x with x, and then you get negative 6x,
Yep.
and then 7 and 1, so plus 8.
Perfect. Excellent. Addition, we don't have to do anything special, right? We just start off combining like terms. Last one, number 8. Go again, Aiden.
Okay, so first you have to distribute the -1 to the right side.
Perfect.
And then once you distribute that, it should be 7p to the second plus 3 plus 2p minus 5p minus 7p to the fourth plus 4.
Got it.
And then you add you just take down the minus 7p to the fourth.
Yep, there's my largest exponent's that 4, so I start with there, but there's nothing to combine it with, so negative 7p to the 4th.
And then you also do that with the 7p to the second.
Yep, no like terms with that, so plus, because it's positive, 7p to the second.
And then you combine negative 5p with 2p, and you get negative 3p.
Negative 3p, good.
And then you add 4 and 3, you get 7.
Plus 7. Fantastic.